Hello, Mark Larsen here for the Dreamcatcher podcast. Today, my guest is Brian Shafer. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you.
So Brian, we haven't known each other too long, really, but we had a good conversation the other day just down the block here. And so, Brian, a little bit about history, background of yourself.
Yeah, went to school up in Shadron,
Okay.
Nebraska for theater. I went over to Los Angeles and did a few fun jobs living in a camper.
Oh, really? So
RV.
Would you like Los Angeles?
Yes.
Okay, really cool.
Yep. Did a catering job and then worked in a microphone company where I delivered wireless mics to the studios for a while. And then eventually went back to school for theater.
Okay.
Went to Kansas State.
Wow. Okay.
And then after that, I went over to Vietnam and taught some English to
pretty awesome.
Some of the kids there in Ho Chi Minh City.
So what'd you think of that?
It was pretty incredible. I just wanted the experience, but then, teaching was the way I got to pay for it.
Right. How did you find out about that opportunity?
It was through a friend who was also doing theater, and he heard about a thing called Language Corps. So they train you in Cambodia, and then you go off and apply for jobs after they do the training.
Wow. So would you go back over there?
Oh, yeah.
Really? You liked it? Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard pretty good things. How long ago has that been that you did that?
It was over 10 years because I got to go to the Philippines to study some sustainability.
Awesome.
Yeah, with the guy from Wisconsin.
Okay.
And I got to go back to Vietnam on that trip too about 10 years ago.
Oh. So you've done a lot of things. I mean, so where'd you grow up at?
In Ord.
You grew up in Ord.
Yes.
Okay. Ord's nice. I like Ord.
Yeah.
So I really do.
Yes.
So I have to ask him the Dreamcatcher. We'll start it early. So what were you thinking were you going to be when you grew up?
It was an adventure man, I think.
Adventure man. Okay. I elaborate on that.
Well, I just knew I couldn't choose one thing.
Oh, I hear you now.
No, that's kind of why I gravitated towards theater.
Okay.
You could do the, behind the scenes things. You could work with the mics. You could work with the lights, the set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you could act or direct. I mean, there's
a lot of true. Yeah.
And it's not just one play the whole time. You end up doing another sort of thing. You could even get into the literature part.
Yep.
Dramaturg kind of stuff.
That's true.
So, if I couldn't choose one thing, I choose that, and then you kind of get it all.
And that is. I mean, that's awesome. So have you been in theater? Have you acted and done stuff like that? Or would you do that?
I guess you use it all the time. After I learned about sustainability and on the farm, I learned that theater is really marketing.
True. Yeah, that is true. I never thought it that way. Yeah.
So it's all about telling good stories. So I got involved with a few community theaters. Down in Southwest Kansas, I did some house sitting. And
that can be really good, depending on how the houses and if you have to take care of animals.
Yes, there's that. And then did some long-term sub job in the school district there.
Wow.
And they ended up hiring me as a migrant farm worker tutor.
That's an interesting title. Okay, how was that?
It was incredible.
Okay.
Doing after-school projects and just helping students with their homework and
awesome.
It was neat.
So, gosh, I mean, I don't know how old you are, but you've done so many things. I mean, did you, growing up, think you would do all these things? Or maybe you always had that idea of just kind of taking a little bit of bite out of everything, which is so cool.
I guess my grandma on my dad's side, she was born in the city of Belgrade, Serbia.
Okay.
And grew up in Germany. She was a war bride. My grandpa ended up taking back to the Loop City area.
Wow.
And so some of the history, got me, my family history, got me thinking,
oh, yeah,
I want to go travel and kind of experience different things. And her cooking, really got me
but it was excellent.
Interested in different culinary aspects.
Yeah, that's true too. No, and travel, there's no better education. There's no better education than what you've been doing, taking part. You really learn it. So, no, I mean, So what do you see yourself doing in 5 years or even a year?
Okay. I've been doing a few tours at the Happy Jack Peak and Chalk Mine in Scotia.
Awesome place.
And doing a little volunteering at the Harold Warp's Pioneer Village. Doing some rammed earth.
Okay, what is that?
I learned about this in the tropics where they used rice holes
Okay.
to build with clay and a little bit of a stabilizer.
Okay.
And you mix it with some water, and you mix it into forms and tamp it. And then you can build monolithic walls.
Really?
Yeah. So
for
if
people,
I was gonna
go ahead.
if I was gonna see myself down the road, it'd be living in a rammed earth house.
Okay.
Starting a little eco village where you have a cluster of little houses, and then or dorms, whatever you want to call it, and they all share kind of like a bakery, kind of a oven, and
Okay, I like that.
Outdoor cooking area kind of stuff.
Very cool. So I don't know if I know for sure, monolithic walls. What is that exactly?
It's just thick walls. They're not bricks.
Okay.
It's the whole wall is one thick mass.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not layers like sod.
Okay.
It would be, well, the way we did it was 2-foot forms, and you'd slip the form up, so they call it a slip form.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
And put ready rod dowels through it.
Okay.
And pull the ready rod dowels out, and then refill the holes where the dowels went.
Right.
And so you're going up every 2 feet.
Okay.
And if you don't finish the wall, you can leave a key.
Oh.
So that it's kind of V'd, so you can keep going up.
Makes sense to tie it together when you, okay.
And the international building code for that is a 12-to-1 ratio for a restrained wall. So if you go 8 foot high, you're 8 inches thick.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you build a castle that's 50 foot high,
wow, so it's going to be pretty thick.
Yes,
that's a thick wall.
But if it's unrestrained, if it's just with cement pillars or some unrestrained wall,
right?
It's just 8-to-1 ratio. So you wouldn't have to use as much material that way.
So how do you learn about all this?
Well, I went to Vail, Colorado.
Vail's nice.
Had a friend that lived out there, and they thought, why don't you come out for the winter season? Try to get, just a seasonal job. And here I was on the bus, met a kind person like yourself. And
thank you.
He had a picture book of his farm.
Okay.
And I started asking him pictures of what was in the book, because I saw some pictures like cashews and different things. Had the cashew apple on it.
Yeah, the way they look, yeah.
And I saw him in Vietnam.
Oh, I can see
randomly.
Yeah.
So I struck up a conversation with him, and a couple days go by, I kept seeing him on the bus, and he asked me if I wanted to go study on his farm. My mentor, Keith Mickelson, is his name.
Very cool.
He's got a self-published book.
Excellent.
Sustainable agriculture. You
can
whet my appetite to learn more. My brother and my sister and a friend from Texas, we all went as a group together.
Cool. Very cool.
So that's where we got a 3-day intensive training of 10 days worth of information compiled in 3 days.
So there wasn't much breaks. You were really learning quickly.
It was a lot of information.
Wow, that's
rapid
intense.
fire. And that was their vetting process for their 4-month internship.
I could see that too. You made it through that, yeah.
And the 4-month internship was the vetting process for building your house out at their eco village.
I love that.
So that's what I end up getting to do.
So your siblings are kind of interested in all this too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mike, he's out in Colorado foraging mushrooms now.
Okay. So does that mean growing, or what does that mean?
Foraging.
Yeah,
just looking for the ones that grow.
Oh, he's out searching in the wild. Oh,
yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I'd probably get the ones that I couldn't eat. I'm sure you're very careful about that.
Sure. And even what you say about that.
So have you done that with the mushrooms? Have you foraged?
I did. Okay. I got to learn a lot about that with my brother. We find a lot of them around here where you can make tea out of them.
Okay.
There's one that has a nice incense smell that
I can believe that.
I take that to the Harold Warp's Pioneer Village.
Okay.
Teach people a little bit about it or share the information.
So much for mushrooms. There's so much there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's It's a whole new world, actually,
is.
learning about that kind
And
of stuff.
mushrooms are, I mean, the more I learn about it, the more I want to, because I mean, there's so many different varieties too.
Yeah.
And how much I think there's so much for health wise and stuff like that too.
Well,
So,
yeah, you're
so,
always finding new things, new plants every year
yeah.
too to forage.
So are your siblings close by? I mean, where they live?
My sister went down to Guatemala. She was in Nicaragua, and then now she's going back, but she's back visiting now. And
Cool.
my older brother, he's got a farm job up in Ord area.
Okay.
And my younger brother, he, like I said, he's out there in Colorado.
I want to make your whole family.
Yeah. Well, we were involved in the Comstock.
Okay, I know where you're at. Yeah.
For a while, so that was kind of some history, a little background too. That
Right. No, that's
got to build a little water slide out there.
That's awesome.
It's kind of funny. They were building a water slide in the tropics in Palawan, Philippines, where I went to build my house
Right.
at that sustainability school. And it was the same year we were building ours in Comstock.
Wow. It's interesting to see how the universe works and everything like that.
Yeah. Talk about what I want to do in 5 years. Well, I heard at that Happy Jack Peak and Chalk Mine, they used to have a cable car.
Really?
People up to the peak.
Oh, and I can understand that after climbing that.
You
Yeah,
did?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
That's a ways up there. And I didn't realize how steep that was until I started coming down.
Yes. Well, they used to have a zigzag toboggan ride on the way down.
Wow. That's awesome.
So, be nice if it was sooner than 5 years that we could get something going like that.
True.
Again, but you call this the Dream Catcher.
Exactly.
Podcast,
Yes.
so,
Yes.
Well, I think the first
awesome.
thing, instead of getting that, get the wishing well going again.
Yeah.
I mean, just put a wishing well.
So where was that at? Okay. The main building's at where you start.
Well, it went from a hillside to hillside. So you're down there in the valley.
Okay.
Where the office is.
Sure.
Visitor center. And then there's 2 hills.
Right.
So somehow they had the cable going across the valley. From hill to hill.
So beautiful.
So you still have to climb up a little bit of a hill that way. But
yeah.
I was looking at some ideas where people are doing that, where they put a track and then they cable it so you just run up.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Hill.
Gotcha. Okay.
But how neat would that be?
That would be really neat. How long has that place been open? Is a place where people could visit?
It was a place you could visit since 1967.
Quite a while.
The Game and Parks owned it.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the city of Scotia owned it for a while.
Okay.
In the 80s.
Okay.
And then 1996, it was the association, Happy Jack.
The one that you need
to association.
Okay, gotcha.
Formed. There's 3 individuals that own it now. So that was Steve Goldfish.
Okay.
He was a hard rock miner in Colorado and mined up in Wyoming, so it was right down his alley.
Very much
for him to acquire.
And if anybody doesn't know, we're talking about this is up by Scotia, very close in Nebraska, and it's my wife and I were there, I think in June. It's amazing. Yeah, got to see 3 bats too. Some were really little bats, but that one was. He was the largest bat. He was right above the door there. Where you
there, rare tricolored bat.
Yeah, they're really interesting.
I looked at a map, and Nebraska's bat conservation. There's just a small little dot that says there's this rare bat, and that's where it is. It's
because the person who gave us the tour kind of had the flashlight there, and they looked. The bats were like, "Would you just leave us alone?" But they were really beautiful
and pretty neat.
Yeah, and that's just amazing that is in Nebraska.
Well, there's 6,000 feet that was excavated out of there,
which is huge. Until you get in there, you don't realize, and you don't only see a part of it too when you're in the tour.
Pretty much all handmade tools, and then they made their own handmade dynamite.
Did they? Wow.
With the old Sears and Roebuck magazine paper.
Yeah, I can see that.
Own firecracker.
Wow. I love that. I love the backstory and all that, because that is a really cool place. And I can't wait to see all the stuff you're doing. Because you said you worked on the stairs or something, or you?
Yes. We redid. I did a little volunteering where we got to refurbish the steps.
And there's a lot of them.
That well, I didn't refurbish all those.
Did
steps
you? Okay.
Yet.
Okay. Because there's a few.
There's ones that they actually have that are regular steps.
Okay.
That they put engraved names of people who donated.
Right. Yes.
And those are the ones I got to refurbish.
Okay, that makes sense too.
Took them Took about 6 weeks to do that. All
I
those
can
little
believe that.
projects. But
Because when I started claiming that, there's a lot of steps there. That is a
yes,
lot.
yes, they're
And-
gonna redo all the railroad ties steps to the top. Too.
Okay, the ones that go the other way around there too.
Yes.
Okay.
There's like 320 of those. So
Is that all?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a few, and I can
Well,
believe that though.
it was done in the 60s by FFA groups,
Oh wow.
by the Boy Scouts.
That's
so-
been a good project for all of them, but that's
Yeah.
a lot of. But no,
So,
that is.
Yeah, we are kind of looking for more volunteer power.
Yeah, you can never have too many volunteers, especially on stuff like that. Plus, it's such a win-win because it's like I did that, you know, and
Sure. Yeah, you feel part.
yeah,
Like you invested in it.
that's such a beautiful area. Like when I was at the top, when you overlooked that, I mean, what a view up there.
It's quite a view of the North Loop River.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And
Well-
people always dismiss Nebraska as not being. I mean, that's beautiful.
It was a 92-year-old man that told me this.
Okay.
That he asked me, why is the North Loop River or North Loop Town
Right.
or Loop City
Right.
spelled L-O-U-P
Okay. Why is that?
instead of L-O-O-P?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's a Latin word for lupus, which
Yeah.
is wolf.
Okay. Really? Okay. I'm never going to look at those rivers the same way then again.
Yeah, or that whole area.
I had lunch along the middle loop yesterday when
Okay.
and that way, it was beautiful. I
There
love the
was a
loop. I love the loop.
bit of that history we get to talk to the visitors about during the tours is Jack
Okay.
Swearengen, who used to live out there. He came from Ohio with a group of people from Wisconsin. Part of that story was that he was paid by the government to take any wolf for $2.
Okay.
So
Interesting. Oh, I love that kind of stuff. So
yeah, kind of interesting.
if somebody wanted to visit, I mean, when are you open for the season? Is that you're still open then?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, they're going to try to keep it open until October 10th.
Okay.
They're going to do some ghost tours.
That'd be perfect for
On,
that. Wow, that'd be really good.
The 2 weekends leading up to the end of October.
Perfect.
So they're starting that up again because it used to be a thing where they used to do it all the time.
Okay.
And then there was fire hazards. So
I could see that.
they moved people out and
Yeah.
outside it. And now they're allowed to do tours inside again.
Okay.
It's just going to be called ghost tours. So
Okay. Awesome.
you can get on their website and find their.
So are you partaking in that? I mean, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Are
It's
you
voluntary, though.
one of the ghosts?
No, I'll just get a ghost tour. I'll just be guiding,
Okay.
shining a light in the darkness.
You show them the way.
Mhm.
That is so cool. So, Brian, what are some other things you like to do? I mean, what you've already told us is amazing. So, in your spare time, which I don't know if you have so much spare time.
Well, I try to keep my
I can
options
believe.
open.
Yeah.
I enjoy. Actually, I got to go on a trip because where I went to study in the tropics, they used the rice for lots of things. Like I mentioned, you could build rice holes.
Right.
Half the house is made out of rice holes.
Amazing.
Which is what they filled the Great Wall of China with.
I didn't know that.
That was
okay.
They called it sticky rice.
Okay, I have heard of that. Okay.
Well, part of studying it, I realized I needed to go back and down to southern Missouri.
Okay.
So I actually got to go on a summing
Okay, did you?
trip.
Okay. How was that?
It was incredible.
I bet.
I got 75 rides to southern Missouri.
75.
Yep, about
Wow.
25 every day. So it took me
Okay.
3 days.
Okay.
And then from there, well, I was 2 weeks out from getting their rice holes,
Okay.
the holes of the rice, you know. So I thought, well, maybe I'll go to Virginia.
There you go. Why not?
So I actually got a few rides over to Virginia, and I met a kind of a famous farmer. He has like 17 books or so.
Cute.
And at Swoop, Virginia is where I went in the Shenandoah Valley.
Okay. Haven't been. I've been to Virginia Beach and Norfolk in that area, but
Okay.
not Virginia Beach. Or not. So what part? That's where part of Virginia?
They called it Swoop
Swoop.
or SWOOPE.
I'm gonna check that out. I don't know that area.
It was a guy. They do tours. It's called Polyface Farms,
Okay.
Polyface Inc. I got to build a ditch with the guy that I bought a lot of his books.
That sounds like a win-win too.
So I was kind of interested in being his vegetable grower.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I went up to visit a friend who's from Ord. He's up in
Okay.
New Hampshire.
Okay.
So
Quite
I
a ways
got to
north
go up
then.
there.
Okay. Okay.
He said if I could get, because I told him I was going with just the
Yeah.
power of my thumb.
Yeah.
And he said, well, if you can get to New York, I'll pick you up. And so I got up there.
A
And
challenge.
yes, visited him for a while and then got back to I-80 and got all the way back to
Okay.
Alma, Nebraska. And my parents, I don't know if it was
That's
reluctantly, but my parents picked me up.
Okay. Okay.
That was quite an adventure. So
Yeah.
what do I like to do? Well, as I said
A lot of
before,
things.
kind of keeping an adventurous spirit, and
It's awesome.
meeting new people. And it was neat to actually throw myself out there in a sense because
That is, yeah.
the people that picked me up were these generous people.
True. I
They
can see
were,
that.
they were, it actually was pretty encouraging to meet all these new people all the time,
Yep, I could definitely see that.
It would give you a ride.
There's a lot of good people out there. People, and they say there's so many people that aren't friendly anymore, and there's still a lot of people that are very much. And
Yes.
so I love your spirit is amazing. So doesn't intimidate you to do something like that?
Well, I actually felt called to do it.
Okay, I know that feeling.
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
a spiritual calling. I felt like God was giving me some peace about it
Mhm.
right off the bat.
Awesome.
And then I had a friend. Well, I call him a friend now because he gave me a ride, and we talked for a
Yeah.
couple hours.
Okay.
And one of his advice was, "Don't be afraid."
Good advice.
So I took that advice.
That's good. You can go the other way, go down the rabbit hole of being afraid all the time.
That could paralyze you. Yeah,
That's
where
very
you don't
much.
even go out to get your mail up there.
Well, you don't live your life. You're not living. You're just in
Yes.
fear all the time. And there's so many people that are in that place already. So
Yeah.
your inspiration. You write books of your journey?
I write some. Actually, I got to float down the river by
Did you? I want to go with you. I mean,
Cedar Rapids, Nebraska to Fullerton.
okay.
At the time, I was thinking I'd go all the way to the Gulf of Mexico.
Love it. What a
But
journey.
yeah. So that was quite a fun time, and I blog about it.
Which is, you do have a blog then. Okay.
Yeah, I put it
awesome.
on. Well, I haven't kept up with it too much.
Look
But
you probably don't have time.
it's a blogger,
Okay.
on there. And then I did a little bit of documenting of my house that I built on YouTube.
Okay.
So that's
So you got a
there.
YouTube channel then. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Shafer 01.
Okay.
SHAFER.
I can put that in the
01.
show notes
Kind of
here,
long,
yes.
but there you go.
No, that is,
I write a few plays,
okay.
and I kind of got into some other kind of avenues, like a comic book type stories.
Awesome.
Just kind of the gamut, different kind of stories and whatnot.
No, I want to go with you.
Okay. Well, sounds good.
You just, you got me pumped just talking about all this stuff. Gosh,
good.
is it just stuff comes into your life and it's like, hey, I want to do that, or do you seek it out?
Yeah, I kind of set the trajectory,
Okay.
When you said 5 years, well, I shoot towards a 10-year.
Okay, that's
And
good.
then the 5 years is kind of the halfway mark.
See how you're going for that 10-year? Right?
Yeah.
That's a good way that's a very good way to do it.
Yeah.
Would you ever do a podcast? You would have so much to do on a podcast.
My brother and I started one.
You do have a podcast, okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we didn't ever publish them.
Okay.
They were we got the archives of them.
You haven't published them yet.
They're just pretty random.
That's all right. That's very
I
good.
think the first one was just the sounds of strange sounds in the background. It wasn't even really English.
Okay. I don't think you would have an audience. You would definitely have an audience.
Yeah, maybe.
I think, people like this one. I started out so structured, and the more it's not structured, the more people like it.
Okay.
The more genuine, more real. And everybody's like, well, do you edit? And it's like, I did at the beginning, but now it's pretty much just leaving it, raw, real.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, this makes it easier for me too. So, I put the intro and outro and stuff, otherwise pretty much, but I could see you doing, do you speak in front of people?
Oh, well, I did a public speaking for my tuition at K-State.
Okay.
So that was kind of a learning for me.
I can see that.
Just to, get some of these kids, it was students, that I had that were engineers,
Okay.
and they chose engineering because they never wanted to speak in front of people.
I don't know if that ever goes. There's
So-
always going to maybe be an opportunity.
Oh, classroom full of these students, and I got some interesting critical responses.
Did you? Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, it got easier throughout the years that I did that.
But
At first, it was a learning curve for me.
Okay. Does it bother you to speak in front of people?
No,
I would
actually,
guess not. I wouldn't think you would.
when I was young, it would have.
Okay.
When we were all supposed to do the reading for the church service,
But that bothered you then, huh?
they asked, "Did everybody do it?" Make sure everyone did it.
Right.
I just kept my hand down. I
I
didn't.
can't believe that was you. So what changed? I mean, what got you today?
Well, I actually started feeling a rush of energy when I would do any sort of thing where I got up in front of people.
Okay.
And I figured you go outward with that energy. You don't
Right.
go inward with it.
Right. Okay.
Because I would kind
Interesting.
of see people, they would go inward
I
with
like
it.
that.
And they'd get all self-conscious.
Yeah.
But then the audience, they wanted your energy, so you might as well just give it
True.
all to them.
Interesting way to think about that.
I think might have been music that I got into doing some singing with some special singer group in Horde.
Okay.
That's what I got into it a little bit, And,
So you sing too?
yeah, play a little guitar.
Okay. So when can I say performance?
Yeah, good question. I guess it's going to be kind of raw and uncut, kind of like a podcast.
That's all right. I think that's good. So, I mean, how'd you learn to take up the guitar when you were younger, or when you learned to play the guitar?
It was college.
College? Okay.
Yeah, there's a group that played in a kind of like a praise band.
Okay, yeah.
And there was a banjo player, and I was just like, I want to learn how to play guitar. So I took a class, and it was a blues class, actually, is what I learned to play. But I don't play that now. It's just, that was my class I took. So just kind of learning how to play.
Sure.
It was just basic chords, like what Willie Nelson said.
That
Chords
gets you started. Yeah, and I like that.
That's all you need.
So, and I can see you performing like a solo, or when you sing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I played with some groups throughout the years, though.
Okay.
Different church praise bands, and
So would you ever want to have your own group?
I never really. I mean, I did a music minor. But
Okay.
I was a little more interested in live theater more than I was getting involved with the band.
Okay.
I mean,
So with the theater, I mean, do you perform on local stages, or do you need that right now? I don't know if Ord probably has a community theater, or do they have something like that?
there's some in the area.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I've just been really just been kind of doing my own thing.
Okay.
More on I did some family movies and different things.
That's
that we
awesome.
made.
That's what it's all about, family, definitely.
In
So-
college, it was we did kind of like a full length 2-hour movie.
Wow.
And it was just just friends. I put it up on.
I love that.
I'm looking for, but we're gonna do auditions, and a lot of people showed up. So
Okay. Very good.
had a fun time with that. We just sort of just random, kept it consistent.
Okay, well, that's all right. You've got so many things going. You got so many irons in the fire. I mean, it just.
It seems like.
So do you sleep?
Oh yeah,
You sleep?
I got to get good rest.
Okay, that is true. That's very important. So,
Yes.
I mean, gosh, is there anything right in like central Nebraska that you haven't done you want to do?
Oh, let's see. What was coming to mind? My brother's a hunter, so I'd like to do more of that. I haven't really got to do a lot of that.
Okay.
We did some fishing trips. I mean,
Awesome.
we love to camp
Okay.
and fish, but I didn't get a lot of experience with hunting. Down in Southwest Kansas, we did a little bit with
Yeah.
quail.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So does your brother hunt like deer or
Yeah.
deer? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There's an elk ranch up by
Is
that
there?
area by Sargent.
Okay.
Talking about.
I think that's where I'm going tomorrow.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
And he was doing some guiding and stuff like that. So
Yes. Really, your brother
awesome.
has. So what's your brother's name?
David.
David. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And he's up there right now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. If I run into him tomorrow,
Yes.
that'd be the way it works a lot of times.
That's where his family's that he married into is from. They do the meat. It's like some sort of meat processing in
Okay.
Sargent.
Okay.
So
That is cool. I'm gonna have to keep my. So is he younger or older than you?
he's 4 years older.
4 years older. Okay. Okay, so I'll say, I know your brother, and they'll say, how's that?
Yep.
He was on a podcast yesterday.
Mhm.
So I love that. I love when that all works that way. That is so
That would be
awesome.
neat.
That is very much. So Brian, before we end the podcast, what would you like to share with the audience?
Oh, I guess since it's about people probably get on your podcast and synergize or get ideas about how to dream.
Yeah.
I guess I'd just like to say think outside the box.
Amen.
You know, don't just go through the motions and actually consider that there could be something right around the corner, you know, that you're not considering, you know, and
Yes.
and just kind of leave yourself kind of in a state where you can still dream, you know, and still let the next generation dream too, you know, where
Yes.
you don't just stifle everyone else's dreams, but you allow other people to dream too.
Yep. You're a great speaker, and thank you. That's a great way to end the podcast.
Sounds
I look forward to keeping up with your journey, and maybe I would love to go on one of your journeys. I mean,
sounds good.
that would be so cool.
Book a trip.
We need to do that. I'll look forward to that.
Very good.
But on that, thank you for joining us today on the Dreamcatcher podcast, and have a good rest of your day.
Absolutely.